Well, thank you so much. Good morning to you and good morning to our viewers. It was the last briefing of the PBF where the business people are engaging the economic sector of government, trying to find solutions to the current economic status. There's been very bold statements that have been made here, some that have led people like the Investec saying that for them now they understand and they can relate to the term radical economic transformation. But however, to elaborate more on some of the proceedings or some of the things that were discussed throughout the 3 days of the briefings, I am joined by Mlondie Mkhize from the ANC Youth League. Mr. Mkhize, can you kindly share with us, Dr. Mkhize made a mention of that those that have financial means to assist transform this economy must do so now, or they will be forced to do so. What is your take on that?
Well, ours is very simple as the ANC Youth League. When you have got a society that feels deprived and you have got a society that feels entitled, the ones that are deprived would ultimately, in one way or the other, channel their energies and their anger and their frustrations to the ones that they feel are depriving them. And that's what, in the context, what we understand the Treasurer General of the ANC having said that statement, that you have got a growing, huge number of black people whose economy and their livelihood is controlled by a few white people, male predominantly. And one day you are going to see a situation where there would be an unreasonable demand that would not be managed because hostility would have grown. We are quite happy to hear businesses saying for the first time they can appreciate the concept radical economic transformation. And we appreciate their posture, that they don't want to debate the term, but they understand their intention, what is contained as part of the arguments of why we need to have radical economic transformation in South Africa.
Now, as the Youth League, do you see, or how urgent is radical economic transformation, particularly for young people, and also looking at this high unemployment rate in our country? What do you think should be a policy stance of the African National Congress moving forward to make sure that young people are employed, or we produce graduates that are employable?
The first thing is that I think we would have to emphasize that there is a need for government, the private sector, and universities to begin to consolidate the nature of the curriculum that we get in universities and universities of technologies. Because the challenge is what I think we've been addressing here, where you have got people with degrees of theology, but really they cannot be absorbed anywhere. You then need to have people with skills and expertise that the economy wants to consume and absorb. That's what we need to do. Secondly, we need to have free education in South Africa. Part of the view that the ANC Youth League has been consistently pushing in this policy conference of the ANC is that we agree that free education is a resolution. We now in this policy conference need to give it time frame, and our projected time frame is 2018 for implementation, because when you don't give the youth education, you can't expect them to play a role in the economy. When you don't give them education, you don't expect them to get skills and expertise. Where would they take them? They need education as the founding basis for them to continue to better their society and themselves. So that's why we say free education for us is a must. Part of transforming the economy is that you can't transform the economy with people that are going to second guess the economy. You are going to transform it with people that have got the total knowledge. When you say you want accountants, you don't become an accountant because you sell Swiss from Shabashane somewhere, then you think you know accounting. No, you need to study, understand it. So when you meet the people at your level, you are able to do so. There are many other fields and areas where we feel as the Youth League we should prioritize free education in order to elevate and give a fair chance to the black nation that most of it finds itself in challenges of unemployment and poverty. The second phrase from education from us is an unquestionable matter that land should be given back to the people who had owned the land. And those kind of discussions, just like the engagements here, they don't need to be a discussion of one side as opposed to the other, because these kind of platforms create a situation where both the one and the second can appreciate each other's position. That's why you just said to yourself that people like in investment tech, they were saying now they begin to appreciate what is radical economic transformation. Engagement helps. We don't need to be shouting from two opposed ends. We need to sit down around table and have a discussion and just be firm in our views without us getting loose and insultive, because that's what we need. We need to be constructing society with ideas than to construct society with perceptions.
Well, thank you so much, sir, for your time. That was Mlondie Mkhize from the African National Congress.